You are going to make a ray. So patty paper, make yourself a ray. And you can label that ray A, B. I need a pen that's going to draw on patty paper.
Pen's not drawing.
I know, you need a pencil.
Conceal.
Lucille
or conceal? You just knocked my pencil on the ground. Poor Lucille.
Alright, we make a ray. And we're going to call this A. And like that. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to create an angle with this ray. So you're going to fold your patty paper so that point A is the vertex. So you're just going to make an angle with it. Put A at a vertex. Fold it. Okay. So you kind of got another ray you've just created there, and then you can go ahead and darken that in. So I just made an angle with patty paper. Now, on your original one, pick some point B.
What?
Okay, you make an angle, right? So you folded it. Along that fold, you darken the line in. On your original ray, you pick some other point, B. Then fold it back, and where, actually you don't fold it back, sorry. You line up your two rays. Sorry. Line up your two rays, and where B is, you just mark another point on there, C, on the other ray, C. You have to flip it over. And you make a mark on there, C. Okay? So what I've done is I've made this point B. I've duplicated over here, C, by folding. Basically, you're bisecting that angle with the patty paper, and then where B lined up, I made another mark, C. Then you can use your straight edge and connect B and C. All right. So now you got a little triangle ABC. What you want to do, let's just use your compass as a measuring device. So on that patty paper, you put the pokey end at A, and then measure out to where C is, and then check and see, is B the same distance?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So what we've done there is we just built an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle has these two angles being the same. Okay? I mean, these two sides being the same. Sorry. Like that. Okay? Alright, now let's go ahead and talk about some of the parts of this isosceles triangle. You may have, isosceles triangle is not a new term because we did this back in chapter 2. that has some special parts. So your isosceles triangle so far we just discovered, or just kind of verified, that it's got two sides that are exactly the same length. This angle up top has a special name. This is called the vertex angle. This angle here and this angle here have special names. These are called the base angles. This bottom side is called the base of your isosceles triangle. So to orientate your isosceles triangles, you have a base, and then you have the vertex angle up there. Okay, we have one more thing to check out on isosceles triangles. This one's going to work out a lot nicer than the padding paper because we're going to construct it. What we just did is we just built an isosceles triangle based on distance. So we set up that this distance AB, and then we recreated it there, AC, and it gives us an isosceles triangle. What we're going to do now is build an isosceles triangle off of these base angles. So many of you have already said that these base angles are congruent. That is true. So we're going to build an isosceles triangle from that idea that this angle and this angle are the same. Okay, so we're going to construct one. So have your compass out, and we're going to build an isosceles triangle. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with an angle. Okay, so you don't have to construct this first angle, so just make an angle on your paper. Okay, so on your paper, make an angle. Then what we're going to do is this right here, we're going to say this is our base, this is one of the base angles. So we're going to create another base angle that's exactly the same. So we're going to duplicate this angle. So pick a point that's on one of your rays, like that, and we'll just duplicate it right there. So to duplicate an angle, you have to make an arc across your angle. With your compass, you make an arc across your angle. And then you duplicate that arc. Then you have to measure across the arc. So you have to set your compass up so that it measures across the arc. And then you put your pokey end of the compass here where this arc intersects the ray. And recreate that distance. Okay. So I just duplicated this angle right here. And looks like on mine I have to extend this side a little bit more. Ah! Yes, I have to extend this side some more to get my isosceles triangle, my 6-inch ruler, a little short. Okay, so I make a triangle now. All right, now, is this triangle isosceles? Okay, let's use our compass as a measuring device. So put the pokey end at the vertex angle and then see. If I go this length here, is that length the same as this one? Is this an isosceles triangle?
Looks like
it is. Okay? So what we're just doing there is demonstrating that if the base angles are congruent, the triangle is isosceles. Okay. Let's go ahead and write down these two. We just essentially did two conjectures for isosceles triangles. Let's go ahead and write those down. So get your conjecture sheets out.